Can I say some industries, if I talk about resources, raw material is a very important part. If I say there can be metallic, non-metallic minerals, and there can be some energy-based resources. Can I say they are directly, indirectly used in industries? Let's say coal, iron ore, limestone. Is this clear? Gypsum. They are some important ingredients or inputs which are required for which industry? Iron and steel industry. Similarly, if you talk about cotton textile, what is one required? Raw cotton. After that, coal is there required as an energy source. If coal is not available, then hydroelectric power. What else? Processing of this, what do you call this cotton with respect to power loom, hand loom or mill. Is this clear? Now, once ginning of cotton is taking place, is it clear that picking to conversion of it into cloth or into thread, washing of washing and dyeing of that cloth, can I say water is required? So can I say there can be some natural, there can be some man-made resources for any industry? But rather than going to those resources first, can you tell me what are the factors controlling or affecting the location of the industry? So can I say among these factors, some factors can be geographical, some factors can be non-geographical? Am I clear with this? कुछ factors क्या हो सकते हैं? Geographical factors, some factors can be non-geographical. So if I have to divide those factors with respect to geographical and non-geographical, give me any examples. बेटा यहाँ देखो, अगर आपको ही कोई इंडस्ट्री लगानी हो, if you have to establish any industry, forget about any industrialist. Keep yourself being an industrialist. Any industry if you want to establish, despite of the fact what type of industry it is, what all you will take in consideration? Common factors will be there, geographical factors. After that, you will discuss non-geographical factors. Let me take one example. Geographical factors in a very layman way. In layman terms, if I take into consideration terrain, topography, if area is mountainous or if area is plateau, what will be transportation? Difficult. What you required for industry, whatever you need to purchase raw material, you need to process and transport that raw material to the market. So it means what you basically require? Plains. So can I say plains will be much suitable? Either these can be, recall the physiography part, North Indian plains, Punjab plains, Haryana plains, plains of Ganga like UP, Bihar, West Bengal, and can I say western coastal plains and eastern coastal plains. Western and eastern coastal plains, yes, till plains there is roadway, there can be waterways, and there can be sea routes also there. Hope it is clear. So it means when I talk about geographical factor, one of the geographical factor will be terrain, topography. So mainly what will be favorable? Plain areas. After that geographical condition is temperature. Temperature condition means climatic condition should not be very harsh. Why do you think industrialization is less in mountainous Himalayan states? Winters are very cold, summers are for short duration. Machines efficiency decreases because what type of climate generally is there? Dry. And in dry climates, when machines will work, there will be friction. So what will happen to the life of the machine? Less. So there will be high requirement of lubricants to minimize the friction. Similarly, why do you think in western Rajasthan, which is our hot desert area, again industrialization is less? Because climatic conditions are very harsh. That's why coastal areas, plains, they are much favorable for industrialization. After that, can I say the raw material is again an important factor? The availability of raw material. Can I say different raw material is required for different industries? Depending upon the availability of those raw materials, such type of industries will be there. But when we talk about the raw material, try to understand. Raw material can be of two types. This raw material can be of two types. One of the raw material is ubiquitous. Another raw material is fixed. What is one raw material? Ubiquitous. Another raw material is fixed. Ubiquitous type of raw material is which you will find everywhere, which is found everywhere. Can I say such type of raw material is air, soil, etc.? What are these type of raw materials? Ubiquitous. You will find them everywhere. But when we talk about fixed raw material, it means they are present in some specific geographical locations. These fixed raw materials are of two types. One is called as weight gaining, another is called as weight losing. Now remember, there is a theory in the geography optionals called as Weber industrial location theory. You don't have to discuss that. I'm just giving you a small view of that theory. ऐसा मत करना, you people start googling this theory, it will land up you to in a very detailed part. That is not required for you in GS. I'm just giving an overview of that theory which we can use in studying the raw material. So this raw material is found everywhere, but what is this type of raw material? Fixed. Now it is weight gaining or weight losing. What I mean by weight gaining and weight losing, ध्यान से सुनना. If a raw material, मेरी बात सुनना, if raw material when we extract without processing it, when we extract the raw material and as we process it, if its weight increases, if its final weight increases, what type of industry will be that, or raw material will be that? Weight gaining. And if we take out the raw material, process it, and its weight significantly decreases, what is that? Weight losing industry. Is this clear? If I give one example, let's say if I talk about cotton, raw cotton, or when we process cotton into thread or a cloth, there is no significant change in the weight. Slightly हो सकता है, but ज़्यादा change नहीं है. So what type of material is this? It is pure raw material. Neither weight gaining, neither weight losing. So we have one weight gaining, weight losing, and another is called as pure raw material. What is another? Pure raw material. Weight gaining means after reprocessing, when we reprocess it, there is a significant increase in weight. Can you give me any example of this? कोई ऐसा raw material जब हम उसको process करते हैं, whatever final product we get, its weight increases. Bakery industry, brewery industry. If you talk about a bakery or brewery or dairy industry, what is initially raw material? Lighter. When we reprocess it, what it becomes? Heavy. So can I say we have here bakery, brewery or dairy industry? Take an example of dairy products. कोई देख लो, cheese. Initially when you take milk, what is it? Lighter. When you reprocess it into cheese, what happened to it? It becomes heavier. Same goes with the cookies, biscuits, cakes. Hope it is clear. Now when I'm talking about weight losing industry, it means after reprocessing there is a significant reduction in weight or decrease in weight. Give me example of this. Very good. Sugarcane industry. What is one example? Sugarcane industry. When we harvest sugarcane, big canes of sugarcane, what are they? Very heavy. After crushing, hope you are clear with the crushing, we have yesterday discussed that. After crushing of sugarcane, it is converted into juice. Juice from khandsari, good or sugar crystals. What happened to the weight? Decreases. Am I clear with this? समझ आ रहा है ये? Now, depending upon the type of a raw material, whether material is weight gaining, weight losing, and raw material is pure, इंडस्ट्री उसी अकॉर्डिंग लगती है. लाइक इफ आई गिव एन एग्जांपल, ध्यान से सुनना मेरी बात. मान के चलो देयर इज रॉ मटेरियल एंड देयर इज मार्केट. होप इट इज क्लियर. देयर इज रॉ मटेरियल एंड देयर इज मार्केट. लेट मी टेक अ केस. if raw material is weight gaining, what is this raw material? Weight gaining. And what is this whole distance? Is it clear? Now tell me, in this case, if raw material is weight gaining, it means initially raw material is lighter. When you reprocess it, what it becomes? Heavier. Example I gave you just, dairy, brewery, bakery. Is this clear? Can you tell me what is the best location for location of this industry? Near the market. So industry better is located here. Why? Because initially raw material is lighter. If we establish industry here, this will not be economically benefited. Why? Because as raw material is lighter, and if you process this material here and then transport it to the market, there will be significant transportation cost, labor cost, because material has now become heavy. So to reduce that significant transportation and labor cost, initially if we transport this raw material to here, what is initially raw material? Lighter. So what will be transportation and labor cost? Less. After that, there will be still transportation cost and labor cost, but what is distance? Less. Is this clear? So ऐसा नहीं जहां रॉ मटेरियल में वही इंडस्ट्री है, डिपेंड करता है कि वेदर रॉ मटेरियल इज वेट गेनिंग और वेट लूजिंग. आई विल गिव अनदर एग्जांपल हियर. You have their raw material. Here you have market. Now, if this raw material is weight losing, where should be industry located? Near the raw material. It means initially raw material is very heavy. आपने देखा होगा, this is the reason sugar mills are located to the places where sugar cane is grown, because initially what is sugar cane? Heavier. So if we establish industry here, transportation cost and labor cost will be less. After that, if we transport it to market, as the material is lighter, it has reduced its weight, transportation and labor cost will be. Third, if I take into consideration raw material, market. If raw material is pure, what do you mean by pure? Neither weight gaining, neither weight losing. What is the best location for industry? कहीं भी लगा दो, because significant transportation cost will be same, but better will be to locate it close to industry. So what will be such type of industry? Market based industries. What will be such raw material? Market based raw material. Is this clear? So it means when we are talking here, when I was discussing with you factors controlling raw location of industry raw material, if you will read books, there it is generally given wherever you have raw material, industry will be located there. But you can add one statement, it depends upon the nature of the raw material, whether the raw material is weight gaining, weight losing or pure. Am I clear with this? Iron and steel industry, चलिए जरा उसकी बात करते हैं. In three cases, can you tell me iron and steel industry kahan pe hogi? Second, because when you extract the iron, we have three types of the iron. One is called as hematite, magnetite, limonite, ceradite. Basically four. Now, if you talk about these have the impurities present in it. So it means when impurities are in any mineral, can you use that? You have to remove the impurities. So if there are impurities, what will be its weight? More or less? More. Impurities होगा तो ज्यादा heavy होगा. So it means if I am talking about iron, when we extract this iron from a ore, it is with lot of impurities. So what will it's very heavy. After you process it, it loses the significant weight. So what type of industry should be it? Raw material based industry. समझ आ रहा है? So can I say iron and steel industry अगर लगानी है, what is the best location for that? Near the raw material. That's why initially if you have seen all the iron and steel based plants, where are they present? Chota Nagpur Plateau, Jamshedpur, Ranchi. Is this clear? Why? All these areas are rich in terms of iron ore reserves. It requires coal, it requires iron ore, it requires slime. Hope it is clear. So can I say iron and steel industry is a raw material based industry? Is it clear? But now see over the period of time, the temporal factors. What has happened over the period of time? Now, the dependency on the iron ore has reduced. I am not saying it has completely reduced. In India, it is in a beginning stage. We are now using the scrap iron. What are we using? Scrap iron. Like Tata's की जितनी भी गाड़ियां बनती हैं, whatever scrap is from their old vehicles, they are using that. So is there dependency on now the iron ore? So now will this industry be centralized or decentralized? So it means if you go in the past, you could initially only establish iron and steel industry in those places where you have iron ore. Imagine guys, post independence transportation was not that good. Roadways थे लेकिन कच्चे रोड थे, metallic roads were not there, all weather roads were not there, railways were not also penetrating to every part. At present you have railways. Can I say in railways or in waterways we discuss, we can carry raw iron from these ores to now different places. So what will happen to industry? Centralized or decentralized? Decentralized. Second, now iron up to certain extent has lost its relevance as a raw material. Why? Because now we are using scrap iron. अब हमें जरूरी नहीं है आयरन को माइन करे. Like India is importing lot of scrap iron from Australia. तो वो तो कहीं पे भी इंडस्ट्री लगा सकते हो, दिल्ली में भी लगा सकते हो आप. चाहिए क्या? आयरन ही तो चाहिए. Are you getting with this? Now, again, it has lost its relevance. We called it slurry. What is slurry? Pipelines. Iron is being melted. Iron is being melted and then transported through pipelines. So will this industry be centralized or decentralized? Decentralized. Like in India, if we give example in Chhattisgarh, ये मैं आगे बताऊंगा आपको. In Chhattisgarh, we have a mine called as Balidala mines. What is it called as? Balidala mine. It is one of the largest mechanized mine in Asia. What do you mean by mechanized? In which machinery is used. तो यहाँ पे बेटा बहुत सारा iron है. And if you talk about on the coastal Andhra, here you have Isaac somewhere. Is it clear? यहाँ पे आयरन नहीं है, लेकिन यहाँ बहुत बड़ी आयरन एंड स्टील इंडस्ट्री है. इसका मतलब आयरन कहीं से तो आया होगा. सो यहाँ पे जो छत्तीसगढ़ में बालीदाला माइंस है, here the iron is melted and then through around 270 kilometer slurry. What is slurry? A pipeline in which iron is being transported. यहां से ट्रांसपोर्ट किया गया है और यहां पे आपकी इंडस्ट्री बन गई. And whatever iron we manufacture here, we directly export it to Japan. What we directly export it to? Japan. समझ आ रहा है ये? So now over the period of time, what has happened to the industry? Iron and steel, centralized or decentralized? If you take, I think 2012-13 ko question, I am not able to recall the year. There was a question asked by the UPSC in the mains. What results into the decentralization of iron and steel industries? It means initially these industry would have been only in those places where iron is present. But with the development of transportation, that to be faster mode of transportation. What is that? Railways and waterways, where you can carry a bulky load. Is this clear? Now you can transport that raw material to different places. So will it be centralized or decentralized? Decentralized. And another, these days we have slurry pipelines, and third, scrap iron. So hope this part is clear. So if anyone asks you what is weight gaining industry? Brewery, bakery. What is weight losing here? Sugarcane is there. What else? Iron and steel is there. समझ आ रहा है? So iron and steel industry is a weight gaining or weight losing? Weight losing. समझ आ रहा है ये? If I talk about cotton textile, उसकी भी example देता हूँ. Pure raw material. But think about the time period just after independence. Imagine करो थोड़ा. Just after independence, can I say, recall back to the cotton, long staple, short staple. Is that part clear? I told you just after independence and as the partition happened in this subcontinent, majority of the cotton growing regions went to Pakistan. We were left out with the mills. So at that time our dependency increases on what? Import of cotton from other countries. But later on we start growing in our own country. Now imagine for this cotton reprocessing, transportation initially was not good. You require energy source. So all the cotton industries, textile industries were concentrated in Gujarat and Maharashtra. आपने पॉलिटी में पढ़ा होगा, initially there was a one state, then Maharashtra and Gujarat, they were made different other states. Now in this area black soil is there. We already discussed in the previous class, climatic conditions favorable for the growth of cotton. Now question is, why this industry was centralized there? Because coal is there in Maharashtra, Ratnagiri, there is a lot of iron and coal reserves. So coal was acting as a source of energy for the mills to run, to operate. There were some thermal power plants also. So energy was there. Mumbai and Maharashtra. Mumbai is not far away from the cotton growing region of Maharashtra. So what was Mumbai? A market. So initially all the textile industries were concentrated in Maharashtra. Now question is how they decentralized. Over the period of time with the development of the railways, can I say the same cotton growing regions Maharashtra were still there. Now the cotton was transported through railways to different parts. Similarly, there is a Paikara dam. There is a Paikara dam on the river Kaveri, I think, in Tamil Nadu, Karnataka. They develop dams there. As they develop dam, from dams what we generate? Hydroelectricity. So it means now the energy source was there, railway lines were there, so transportation was there. Cotton industry centralized or decentralized? Decentralized, because it is a market based industry. आप चाहो तो cotton industry जलंधर में लगा दो, if you want in Delhi also. Why? Because easily now through the transportation you can obtain the cotton, because cotton is such type of a raw material, चाहे raw form में, or if you reprocess it into a cloth, there will be no significant change in the weight. So what type of raw material is this thus? Pure raw material. समझ आ रहा है ये? Is this clear? For such industries which can be established anywhere, they are called as footloose industry. Now with the development of transportation and alternative energy source, what has cotton converted into? Footloose industry. Pharmaceuticals, what type of industry is it? Footloose industry. Why? You required chemicals to manufacture medicines. What all you require? Faster transport and skilled work. That's why if you see, it is not the pharmaceutical companies are only in one place. North, south, west, east, anywhere if you go, you will find pharmaceutical companies. So footloose industry, electronics, telecommunications, software industry. What type of industry is this? Footloose industry. Delhi, mein, Mumbai, Kolkata, Chennai, anywhere you can establish. What do you required? Skilled labor and faster mode of transportation. Am I clear with this? समझ आ रहा है? So when we talk about this raw material, don't just read it, because NCERT will just tell you in one line raw material. Give example of coal. I little bit opened it. Depending upon the type of the raw material, the type of industry will be there established. Hope it is clear. So it means when we talk about the geographical factors, can I say in the geographical factors, there can be location is one of the important factor. So when I talk about location, geographical location, second thing, climatic conditions there, transportation there, availability of labor, availability of power, availability of water. What are all those factors called as geographical factors? What do you mean by non-geographical? Human resource management. What else? Credit facilities available. Can I call them economic factors? What else? Government policies. Give me an example of government policies if you people can. Initially, Tata's tried to establish a project when the nano car were manufactured by the Tata. They tried to establish it in West Bengal, but West Bengal government did not allow them. So Gujarat ने कहा हमारे पास आ जाओ. So the plant was developed there. So this is government policies. Hope it is clear. समझ आ रहा है? So one by one we gonna discuss now these factors. So can I say power, land, transport, communication, labor? What type of factors are they? Geographical. So in this geographical, raw material. Now hope you are clear with the type of raw material. Second, what do you require? Location. What do you mean by location if we discuss it in detail? Whether area is mountainous, whether area is plain, or whether area is desertic, or whether area lies along the coastal belts. Hope it is clear. transportation. Now listen here. There is requirement for the transportation of raw material as well as the finished product. Am I clear with this? Now, कल भी मैंने कहा था, याद है ट्रिपल ट्रांसपोर्ट थ्योरी? Remember this? Triple transport theory. It is different means of transportation. It means those areas which are very well linked with waterways, roadways and railways, industries will try to get attracted to it. Why? Because we yesterday discussed per 1 kilometer cost of transportation through waterways is 25 paisa. Per kilometer transportation through railways is 1 rupee. Per kilometer transportation through roadways is 1.50. मुझे exactly data may be here and there, but cheapest is your waterways. After that, costlier is bit railways, and the costlier among all is roadways. वही कल भी मैंने आपको एग्जांपल दी थी. Let's say Kolkata is a port. Understand it? Kolkata is a port. Let's say we import something from Australia till Kolkata port. Now, from Kolkata, this material has to be transported or has to be sent, let's say to UP Prayagraj and to Punjab and to Delhi. Now, among the three type of the transportations, waterways, roadways and railways, how many of them are present in Kolkata? All the three type. कल ही मैंने कहा था National Waterway 1 which connects Haldia till Prayagraj, Allahabad. So it means we have waterways there, we have railways there and we have roadways. Yesterday we discussed one of the important characteristics of the waterway. It is very beneficial in carrying the bulky goods. Is it clear? And 1 horsepower can drag in waterways 4000 kg of good. 1 horsepower in railways can carry 500 kg of good, and 1 horsepower in roadways can carry 150 kg of good. Now tell me, among the three, if waterways is there available, roadways also available, railways there available, which will be beneficial? Waterways, because it will be cheaper. तो वहां से क्या होगा, जितना भी ये चीज है, it will be transported through waterways till Allahabad. Now, there onwards we have to transport it to Punjab. We know from Allahabad onwards there is no waterway till Punjab. So waterway we don't have. What are the two left? Railways and roadways, which will be beneficial? Railways. Now from Punjab, if you have to carry it to Himachal Pradesh, you don't have railways. So how will you carry it? Roadways. So can I say, as the means of transportations are decreasing, what is cost of the product? Increasing. But where you have all the three type of the transportation system, what will be the cost of transportation? Less. So can I say the final good will be cheaper? समझ आ रही है मेरी बात? Imagine now, had it being possible, there is a waterway now made. मान के चलते ऐसी कंडीशन, अगर waterway होता Allahabad to Punjab, so would you have preferred the railways or waterways? Waterways. Are you getting with it? Had there been railways operating well from Punjab till Himachal Pradesh, would you have preferred railways? Sorry, would you have preferred roadways or railways there? Railway. So all those areas where is a good networking of all the means of transportation, those areas will be good for the industrialization, because it is not only transportation of the finished product, the matter is also of the transportation of raw material. After that, we have another part called as labor. Now, when we specifically talk about labor, we require two types of the labor, skilled and unskilled. Can I say skilled labor? If you talk about skilled labor is easy to migrate. Here, engineers, देख लो, electricians, fitters, isn't it? Drivers, what are all those skilled? So they can locate anywhere. But those are unskilled. They will travel shorter distance. समझ आ रहा है? So it means labor should be there. But what type of labor? Costly or cheaper? Cheaper. Because three things are there. ध्यान से सुनना. If you want to maximize the profit, बेटा मैं कोई इंडस्ट्री लगा रहा हूं, और इफ यू आर एस्टैब्लिशिंग एनी इंडस्ट्री, आर यू एस्टैब्लिशिंग इट फॉर चैरिटी? व्हाट इज योर एम? प्रॉफिट मैक्सिमाइजेशन. हर किसी को प्रॉफिट चाहिए. सो इट मींस वन इज रॉ मटेरियल, another is labor, and third is transportation. If all these three things an industrialist is able to reduce his input, what will be profit? Maximum. It means, can I say these are the important inputs for any industrialization? ये important inputs है. So it means raw material सस्ता मिलना, अगर कहीं ट्रांसपोर्टेशन भी चीपर हो और लेबर भी चीपर हो तो इंडस्ट्रियल का प्रॉफिट ज्यादा है. और let's say if raw material is not cheaper but any these two then should be cheaper. Are you getting with this? समझ आ रहा मेरी बात लेबर को लेकर? Now you might have observed majority of the industries try to get established there where already market is developed. मैं एक एग्जांपल देता हूं, चलो इस कोचिंग इंडस्ट्री की बात करते हैं. व्हाई डू यू थिंक ऑल द न्यू कोचिंग्स व्हिच एवर आर ओपनिंग इन राजेंद्र नगर और इन मुखर्जी नगर? बिकॉज इट इज अ वेल डेवलप्ड मार्केट. इट इज अ वेल डेवलप्ड मार्केट. व्हाट इंडस्ट्रीज कैन ग्रो हियर? कोचिंग आई तो यू शेयर बुक शॉप्स, food courts, restaurants. What else do you find here? Hotels. Is this clear? PGs. Now understand why it is so, because here already agglomeration is there. Assume, मान के चलते किसी को नया इंस्टीट्यूट खोलना है and he said I want to open it in Noida. चलेगा वो? Why? Market is not there. Market का मतलब क्या है? Threshold. What is threshold? Population. Here is a market. Students will come here. Maybe one institute might get 100, another get 50, but he will get. But if he will go to Noida, maybe one will come to him. So with that less threshold, can he survive? So that's why what will be the preferred location? Already where industry is developed, where already the market is developed. Why? As a student, what you require? PGs. Where you require PGs? Where distance should be less. Because as a student, you do not want to spend more on the transportation cost. एक अलग बात है किसी का पैसा बहुत है दूर से आ सकता है. But if you talk about majority of the middle class, they want to save this transportation cost. They know that here little bit prices will be high, but they want to save the time. They don't want to spend 2 hours in traveling for coaching only. समझ आ रहा है मेरी बात? So it means two things are there in the priority: time saving, transportation cost, and accessibility. Accessibility means you want to get any book, bookshop is available here. You want food, food courts are here. PGs are easily available here. Now, if anyone wants to open a new industry, a new institute in Noida, usko na PG milenge, na markets are there. So why will student come there? So threshold is very important for the survival of any business. So it means when I say geographical factor and say location, what is location here? I'm meaning market. आप देखो कभी भी इंडस्ट्री मार्केट के दूर नहीं होती. बेचेगा किसको? ऐसा थोड़ी है प्रोडक्ट मैन्युफैक्चर करके घर में रखेगा. He has to sell it. So two things are here. Either the transportation is very fast. Why do you think this Chandni Chowk, Sadar Bazaar market, they are still surviving? Well connected by metros. Someone coming from, let's say, other state, Punjab, wants to go into these wholesale market or to Chandni Chowk. The moment either if he is using roadways by bus or coming by railways to Nai Delhi railway station, metro is having direct connectivity. Through that metro, which is the fastest mode of transportation, will land up him into the Chandni Chowk. जो भी खरीदना उसके बाद घर वापस. So accessibility, faster mode of transportation. I will give an example. Before the development of metros, जब ये metros और express highways नहीं थे, गुड़गांव जाना एक बड़ा स्ट्रगल होता था, और इवन टू नोएडा. व्हाई? रोड्स वर नॉट वेल डेवलप्ड. आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट 2004 2005, नॉट अ प्रेजेंट टाइम. 2004 2005 देयर वाज नॉट वेल कनेक्टिविटी टू गुड़गांव. कच्चे रोड थे, ऐसे बम्पी राइड्स मिलती थी. सो जो आज जहां पे आज डीएलएफ वगैरह देख रहे हो आप गुड़गांव में, विच इज वेरी पॉश एरिया वेयर यू कैन इवन इमेजिन टू परचेज अ बंगलो, वहां पे कोई घर नहीं लेता था. व्हाई? इट वाज वेरी फार अवे फ्रॉम द दिल्ली मार्केट. गांव मानते थे उसको, रूरल बैकड्रॉप. But what happened since this industries came there? Now, what type of industry came? Service industries, call centers, BPOs, software industry, where they all go to? Noida and Gurugram. Now, if these multinational companies are coming there, first what is requirement there? Infrastructure. So road ban gaye. And they have to be connected to Delhi. So they made flyovers. They developed metro. Imagine at that time if any student who is living in Gurugram or Noida or Faridabad, if get a admission in IIT Delhi or Delhi University, he or she has to take a room here on rent or stay in hostels, because through road he or she might take 3-4 hours of traveling from one side. But now see, distance is same. Through faster mode of transport, metro, the distance has reduced to 45 minutes to 50 minutes. So early morning, those people who are staying in Noida, Faridabad, Gurugram, early morning, if they have a college in DU or IIT Delhi, they will early morning travel and by evening go back. So it means distance has remained same, but due to faster mode of transportation, time has reduced. So same, to connect the industrial markets, what is required? Faster mode of transport. Am I clear with this? अब आप यहाँ देखो, एक एग्जांपल देता हूं मैं आपको. When population in Delhi increases, can I say overpopulation happen in Delhi? जगह ही नहीं रही. Traffic congestion, pollution. Now government introduced a plan which was called development of NCR, National Capital Region, in which Noida, Gurugram, Faridabad, these were taken as a satellite towns. Now question is, government said to people, we will construct new townships there in these areas and you can migrate there. But question is, if I am staying in Delhi, I have a good medical facility here, All India Institute of Medical Science AIMS. I have good university, centralized university, DU and JNU. I have IIT here, DTU here, IP University here. I have Connaught Place which is serving me as in a market. Railway station is nearby. Airport is nearby. Why would I leave Delhi and go to Gurugram and Noida? Don't you think, if anyone, why would you leave? But government ensure that people will only go if we'll provide them the same facilities, even in better means, whatever they are getting in Delhi. Now see, all the new townships, जितनी भी नई societies नोएडा गुरुग्राम में बनी है, see how beautiful they have made, luxurious they have made, schools inside, market inside, gyms inside, pools inside, parking area inside, abundant parking area, green area, area for what you call this, walking, parks, they have well maintained it. Good hospitals, Max, Fortis, good universities are there. People migrated there. Imagine initially if anyone who is staying in Delhi, whose house is in Delhi and his job is in Gurugram, still in metro 1 hour, 1.5 hour it will take. So every day he or she used to travel. Now what is happening? Rather than facilities what they were getting in Delhi, they are getting the same facilities with better amenities there. People are going there. Now imagine if anyone who is from Gurugram or anyone who is from Faridabad or who is from Noida is working in the Delhi Secretariat. Earlier, he or she used to stay in either government quarters, if not available, then on rent. But nowadays, faster mode metro is there. Morning they will come, evening they will go back, staying with their families. So what is showing? Distance decay. What we call this factor as distance decay. Distance kam nahi kar rahe. What we are doing? Increasing the faster mode of transport. So can I say industrialization can further become important if there is a distance decay? So how will distance decay come? कैसे आएगा बेटा ये? With the introduction of faster means of transport. Hope it is clear. समझ आ रहा है ये? Let me give one more example. So you have the raw material, you have market, you have location, you have transportation. What else do you think? और बताइए, power, very important factor. What is there? Power. What will power give? Source of energy. To run any industry. थोड़ा फैक्ट पे आते हैं. थोड़ा इकोनॉमिक्स के फैक्ट अगर आपको याद हो. Still in India, more than 55% of energy is generated through coal. What we call it? Thermal power plants. Is this clear? Thermal power plants में बेटा different types के होते हैं. One is coal based, another is diesel based, another is gas based. So among the three, coal based, diesel based and gas based, more than 55% is generated by what? Coal. So it means still in India, majority of the energy is generated through coal. Am I clear with this? So it means coal will serve as an energy. Wherever you have coal, industries will try to locate there. But understand this. Nowadays, as the faster mode of transportation has developed, same coal can be transported. Punjab में कोई coal है? नहीं. So now we have railways, their faster mode of transport. From Chota Nagpur belt, the coal is being transported to Punjab. समझ आ रहा है? So industries are getting their source of energy. After that, there is one more geographical factor, very important, called as water. What is the requirement of water? For the manufacturing of iron and steel, we required water. There is a huge usage of water. For textile industry, dyeing and bleaching, what is required? Water. And mainly, whenever coal is used as a source of the energy, it has lot of impurities. To remove that impurities, washing of coal is done. What do you mean by washing of coal? पानी से उसकी impurities को remove कर दिया जाता है. Is this clear? So can I say water is an important criteria? That's why coastal areas, or that's why around the river valleys, mainly the industries were developed. But can I say with the development of the canals, the industry can be developed there also? Nadi nahi hai, canal to hai. Can I give an example? Since the development of Indira Gandhi Canal in Rajasthan, it has attracted some small scale industries there. Is this clear? So what are all these factors? Geographical factors. Now, as I move towards non-geographical factors, first non-geographical factors, if you talk about human resource, can I say this human resource is very skilled? है ना? जैसे मैं एक example देता हूँ. If you talk about this institute, even this institute, there are two types of the human resource. Let's take an example. One is who is cleaning the floor, working in pantry, or guard. What are those all? Unskilled. Another is skilled one. Accountant is here, DTP typewriter is there, content developers are there, managers are there, admins are there. What are all these? Skilled one. So human resource is very important. समझ आ रहा है? So but is that geographical or they can be available anywhere? I told you skilled labor can migrate anywhere. So that is a non-geographical factor. समझ आ रहा है? मैं आपको एग्जांपल देता हूँ. आप में से कोई इंजीनियर है, कल समझ लो नहीं बनते आईएएस, तो जरूरी थोड़ी है दिल्ली में रहोगे. Wherever you get a job, you will be easy to migrate, because what is per capita income for you? More. Those who are unskilled, they will tend to stay in situ conditions. After that, if you talk about another part, availability of financial institutes. Can I say credit and all? For any industry to run, what they required? Money. So banks, financial institutes, they should be in nearby areas. And then it is government policies. What is there? Government policies. Hope it is clear. So these are the general factors which are responsible for the location of any industry. Now, I will repeat it again. One is your raw material. Clear this part. अब छोड़ देना, written part I will share with you on handouts. Raw material is clear. After that you have power. Is that clear? Third part, if you talk about labor, is that clear? Transportation is clear. Fine. And after that, if I move to another part, market is clear. Water is clear. Climate is clear. Climate means it should not be very harsh, neither much warm, neither much cold. Coastal areas, why maximum industries are there in Mumbai, Kolkata, Chennai, Pune? Maritime climate. North Indian plains, why maximum industries are there? Transportation is easy, plain area. Population density is high in plateaus, mountains or plains? Plains. And after that, non-geographical factor, when I say this availability of, can I call it capital also? Am I clear with this? After that, you have government policies. देखो गवर्नमेंट की पॉलिसीज क्या है. एज्यूम करो, हाँ एक और तो मुझे याद दिला देना, इंडस्ट्रियल इनर्शिया वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. व्हाट इज गवर्नमेंट पॉलिसीज? अंडरस्टैंड, आफ्टर इंडिपेंडेंस गवर्नमेंट ट्राई टू डेवलप दोज एरियाज which were very backward. Can I say Punjab, UP, Haryana, this from this beginning were little bit prosperous because agriculture was there good. If we take some geographical factors, irrigation was good there. Especially if you talk about some historical advantage which we discussed few days back, historical advantage for Maharashtra, historical advantage for Kerala, historical advantage for Tamil Nadu. When Britishers came, they developed these areas. Is it clear? But there were a lot of areas like Chota Nagpur belt, Madhya Pradesh, some Himalayan states. What they remain? Untouched by these colonial developments. Now, when Government of India for the regional development wants to develop the area, first they take in consideration of backward areas. Like all the industries were initially developed here, backward areas. This is called as regional development, which even create the regional disparities. इकोनॉमी में आपने पढ़ा कुछ trickle down spread effect. Is that clear? I'm gonna explaining that only. ध्यान से सुनना. There is an economic law. Pirog's one of the great economists. He has said you cannot become rich without others poor. Is it clear competition? You cannot become rich without making other poor. But remember, initially whenever development होती है किसी भी area में, the disparities will increase. But over the period of time, those disparities will decrease. Let me give one example. मैं एक hypothetical example ले रहा हूँ, you can apply it to any place. One is called as backwash effect. Another is called as spread effect. Or we call it trickle down effect. Hope it is clear. ऐसा मान के चलते हैं, लेट्स गिव वन एग्जांपल. दिल्ली की बात करते हैं. Assume karo when Delhi has to develop. Not only Delhi, let's talk about Jamshedpur or any region when initially was taken for a development. Delhi ki example le raha hu so that you can better understand it. It means if you talk about since from the, even if you talk about medieval times, Delhi has been a heartland, capital hi banai gayi thi. Then Britishers also made it a capital, though they changed their capital a lot of time, but finally they made Delhi as a capital. Now, if Delhi has to develop, it means Delhi is a core area. What is Delhi? A core area. What do you mean by core area? It is that area which can fulfill the needs of the people. What is the core area? Any area which has the capability of fulfilling the needs of the people. Delhi में पहले से university थी. JNU was there. DU, the oldest university. AIMS was there. So some industries were there. So can I say mainly people are attracted to it? Now let's say if government has to introduce a plan for the development of this area. इस एरिया को डेवलप करना है. Is this clear? What are the peripheral areas of Delhi? Punjab, Haryana, UP. Can I say adjoining areas nearby Rajasthan, MP and all this? Now you know that Delhi has to develop. So can I say the laborers who are in the peripheral states of Punjab, Haryana, UP, they know in Delhi there will be job opportunities, skilled and unskilled both. So first it means whatever labor was available in this Punjab, Haryana, UP or Rajasthan, whatever areas are there, where will this labor move? To Delhi. Where was this labor required? In Punjab, Haryana, UP to develop their own states. But where is this labor moving now to? Delhi. So it means the development of Delhi results into the backwash of surrounding areas. बेटा अब यहाँ लेबर मिलेगी नहीं, जो मिलेगी भी वो क्या होगी, बहुत कॉस्टली होगी. So whereas all labor move to Delhi for skilled and unskilled work both. Can I call it backwash effect? यहाँ की growth किसने hamper की? Development of this region. If I mark this region X for the development of the region X, and if I say this A, B, C and D, ये मान लो states हैं. The development of A, B, C, D gets affected on the cost of the development of X area in terms of labor. अब कोई वहां businessman है, investor है. Let's say there is an investor in region A. He knows कि there is a development. So where will he invest the money? So it means when we talk about the capital which was required for the development of A, where it also moves to X area. So what is happening to the growth of this ABCD? It is getting affected on pretext of the development of X. What effect it is? Backwash. इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर वो भी कहां की तरह डेवलप हुआ, एक्स की तरफ। अब समझ आ रहा है? So it means now what will happen, this particular area, when we talk about this X area, it will begin to develop. Is this clear? So growth will be here more, but what happened to these areas? Growth will get affected. Can I say X will become most prosperous, become more rich, and what will happen to ABCD? Day to day their economic conditions will be worst. समझ आ रहा है? Disparity is reducing or increasing? Disparity कम हो रही है कि बढ़ रही है? बढ़ रही है. So can I say regional disparities are taking place? Now imagine. Over the period of time, when the growth gets saturated in Delhi, Delhi में कोई ना तो नई इंडस्ट्री बनाने की जगह है, traffic congestion is there, pollution is there. Now when Delhi gets saturated, 1 year, 2 year, 10 year, 50 year, whatever time is there, if new industry has to be established, will this be in Delhi or peripheral part of Delhi? So it means the same industries will now shift to this area. When this will get saturated, where will they shift to? This area. तो किसके पास पहुंच गए? ABCD. What is this called as? Spread effect or trickle down effect. Now tell me one thing, as this is taking place, now growth is spreading out, regional disparity is increasing or decreasing? बढ़ रही कि कम हो रही है? कम हो रही है. समझ आ रहा है? So initially whenever development takes place, any one region will develop, but once that region will completely develop, after that the growth will spread to the nearby areas. Initially Delhi developed, अब देखो गुरुग्राम, Noida, Faridabad, even it is spreading to the Manesar, it has crossed the Manesar area. Are you getting with this part? So it means whenever development is taking place, initially it will give rise to disparities, regional disparities, but over the period of time, what will happen? Due to spread or trickle down effect, these disparities will be reduced. This has happened with the development of backward areas like Jharkhand, Jamshedpur, where initially the industries were developed. Only those areas developed, but peripheral areas were worst. But over the period of time, due to trickle down effect, what has happened? Growth has spread it out. समझ आ रहा है गवर्नमेंट पॉलिसी?